Hello, it's Patrick Leva, April 11th. This is Congresswoman Susan Davis's assistant.
Hard and fast rules. Their guidelines for how banking.
Oh, did I?
Hard and fast rules. Their guidelines for how banking notification program that they have. You're still missing my question. I'm sorry. Why is Bank of America allowed to create their own rules? As you said, they're guidelines. They're not laws. So what is the law? They can take my 6.25 fixed interest rate and turn it into a negative amortization and call that health. The fixed interest rate that you have. But what I'm saying is there's no education from your department or from the bank. A lot of people don't know the terminology to what's going on. And for them to be so deceptive is wrong. And for you and Congresswoman Susan Davis not to do anything is twice as wrong. I promise you, if there's questions about the program, I'd be happy to answer them, but we're talking in generalities. No, I'm asking you, why is it legal for Bank of America to go 14 months without disclosing anything, and then at the last minute, bait and switch, and boom, guess what? We approved you, but you're getting a negative amortization. Allegedly. That's worse than car dealers. And it's our government that's allowing it, because these federal guidelines, which aren't laws, but they're rules. Someone set those rules, and you won't. Boom. Guess what? We approved you, but you're getting a negative amortization. That's worse than car dealers. And it's our government that's allowing it, because these federal guidelines, which aren't laws, but they're rules, someone set those rules, and you won't tell me who. Who's protecting who? You can read the well. Who's protecting who? For the public on the Making Home Affordable website, so you can understand exactly. No, I know you said that, but you didn't answer my question. Who's protecting who? Is it the government protecting the banks, or the banks protecting the government? Well, you going to answer that, or are you going to perjure yourself in a court of law? We are here to help people get modifications so they can afford their home and so that they don't get foreclosed. Okay, I would appreciate you act like I'm not in the room, or at least hear what I'm trying to ask you. Why is it legal for Bank of America to give a person a negative amortization after 14 months, never disclosing any of it?
Allegedly.
I didn't have all my eggs in one basket, because I can cancel the loan at any time. But for the rest of these Americans that don't have the mouth that I do, how is that fair? How is it fair? Don't you have a conscience? Do you sleep at night? Do you sleep? A lot of the day helping people with modifications, and I've never really had this reaction before, so... Then why can't you answer any of my questions? Why is it legal for Bank of America to not disclose anything, to not give a fax number, to not keep in touch with the customer as they go along for 14 months, and then boom, at the end of the time, spring it on them? Your loan's approved, that it's negative amortization?
Allegedly.
And I'll be a mess in 6-7 years, like everyone else, because they didn't read the fine print, or Bank of America added something in there that shouldn't be in there.
Allegedly. Everything's alleged.
Well, like I said, I'd like to see the document that you got, and then I'd be happy to follow up with them and find out what the specifics are. It's standard trial period. It's standard practice. All I have is a piece of paper, month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, and it all has $2,001 and something change. And then from there, it has 4 or 5 pages of generic print-offs stating all the rules and regulations. It's not officially tied to that first piece of paper or document, but you know what? Bank of America is so big, they'll say, we sent it to you, too bad. I have it. It looks like scratch paper someone Xeroxed off with all the rules and regulations. I can't see how it's tied to that first piece of paper. It's not page 2. It's whatever Bank of America feels like putting in there, and Congress is allowing this. That's the crime. I'd be happy to look at those papers if you'd like to fax them over.
Sent.
You know, I thought Congress was supposed to help citizens, especially veterans. I'm not crazy, I'm angry because the government's getting away with stealing from the public, allegedly. I don't think that that's the case. I'm asking you to send me papers so I can take time to read them, so I do think that I'm being helpful. But you haven't answered any of my questions. Why is it legal for the Bank of America to make up their own rules as they go along? Why is it legal for them to blame the federal government for these guidelines? Why is it legal for Bank of America to say guidelines are laws? They've told me this. You know, it's like everyone makes up what they want the customer to hear at that time, and there's no accountability. Oh, I'm sorry. My medication makes me ill. I just want some truth from somebody. I appreciate you trying to help. I need your fax number so I can get you that stuff. It's 202 225 225 2948, and that's Michael's fax. Yeah. You know, this isn't about you. This is about the way the system is set up, and the fact that no one can comment, and the government is too good to speak to its citizens. Congresswoman Susan Davis, I've asked at least 7, 8, 9 times to either give me a call or an email. And Congresswoman Susan Davis is too busy, or this is beneath her. So you know what? I'm going to have to get a lawyer, it looks like, because I'm tired of being stolen from.
I'm trying to understand why you feel like you're being stolen from, though. I mean, you said you've never been late on a payment, yet you have a 6.25% interest rate on your mortgage. You are paying.
Yes. I'm struggling because I have $27,000 in credit card debt that I've been living on for the last few years because of this. The market crashing.
Okay.
All right, let me see if I can pause
And
it
now
for
the
half a
banks
second.
supposedly.
I could keep the loan I have 22 years, but what ends up happening is I burn Navy Federal and our active duty military because of Bank of America and the federal government. Those two big corporations are forcing me. I can write off my second line of credit on my house, and I can write off my credit card. But that sticks the American people and not the people at fault, which is our federal government, allegedly, in bed with Bank of America, allegedly.
Offer received. Oh yeah, we'll get your payment down. But they don't finish the sentence. But down the road in 6, 7 years, you're going to owe so much money you're not going to be able to afford to keep your house. God bless you. And the government is allowing this. That's where the crime is.
I understand you. I find the way it's set up very frustrating as well, but I've learned that we have to operate with what we're given, and so we're going to try to make the situation as best as we can make it, but it's not ideal. I agree with you. I don't feel like the manual program is perfect, but it's what we have to work with now, so that's what we have to focus on.
But I'm trying to be blunt as loud as I can. If Congresswoman Susan Davis knows that there's a hitch in this making homes affordable as to they do not communicate, and when you get your paperwork, it goes to your principal, that is a bait and switch to me, in my opinion. I'm okay because I'm not losing my house. How many millions of Americans? My friend Jan around the corner is losing her house. You mean to tell me what they're doing? Oh, good. Thank you for helping her. You know what I mean? She's going to be out in the street, and she's not going to know this is coming. She may not see it all. I need some help, please.
And that's what we're doing. So send those over. We'll look at them that way.
Thank you so much, and I don't mean to be a pest. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
But I'm a pest anyway. I don't mean to be. Okay, well, since we still have more time left, let's see if I can find another one from... That one's really short. Let's try this one.
Hi, this is Patrick Lehman. This call may or may not be recorded.
I did that one already. Let's back up. And I showed you guys this, right? My phone. Recording. And these aren't even the videos. So, Pumpkin, get your story straight. We need some truth. And it just keeps going and going like the Energizer Bunny. So if people are going to talk out of the side of their ear, they should make sure they're speaking the truth. Because you're all lying, allegedly, and the American public has a right to hear it. God bless.